Hello drivers! Following my previous video on Open Driver, which I titled I Ask an AI to Remake Driver 1, I wanted to explore more of the progress made by SoapAI for Open Driver. First thing first, and I think it needs to be said, it is of course not an AI that is behind Open Driver, but rather our good old SoapAI man, which is, I presume, a real person with excellent skills in this field. And now, since it is the period of Driver 1 release anniversary, let's play in the cities of the first game and appreciate how they look in Open Driver. Indeed, this project supports both Driver 1 and 2 cities with new improvements made possible by the new engine that enables a much more extended draw distance and a frame rate that is not locked at 30 FPS, but rather that can go to 60 and more. As it was said in a comment, unlimited drawing distance is amazing, but the GTA trilogy has shown that sometimes it can lead to unappealing results if done wrong. Let me reassure you that SoapAI is aware of those issues and that Open Driver as it stands is far from its final release or even public release. If you remember my first videos on this project, there were no shadows under the car, which was later fixed with an update. In the same vein, we could expect that fog or similar effects will be added to limit the weirdness look when it is much extended, while keeping the beauty that these extensions provides. In particular locations, it will not be possible to really fix the fact that the cities were not designed with this draw distance in mind. For example, in New York when you go to Brooklyn, but that is a very specific situation. Most of the time, Driver 1 cities will shine from this enhanced draw distance. Of course, this also means that we will clearly spot the repetition of some models or textures, sometimes giving a Minecraft look to the surrounding. For example, in Los Angeles, it is really noticeable with the highway that surrounds roughly half the city. Speaking of which, LA is the only city that does not feature a day version in the game, and I'm sure that additional effects added down the road will make it even better to drive at night there. Anyway, this part of LA in Santa Monica is looking really good with these roads at different levels, and for the comparison, this is how it looks in the original PlayStation 1 game. I'm also wondering what is the story behind the Steven New York texture, because this certainly refers to Steven Adams, which is one of the city artists. So yeah, it shows the huge upgrade provided by Open Driver, even if some part of Los Angeles does not look that good. For example, it is supposed to be the Chinese theater in Hollywood, and I guess you need a lot of imagination to feel the greatness of this landmark. This is the same issue with New York because Manhattan is cut in half, which does not help to feel like you are in New York indeed. I guess they needed to avoid showing Central Park because of its open landscape nature, so reflection focused on the financial district of Manhattan. But the result is that Times Square abruptly ends and feels weird to drive by and look at. The immersion works much better in Miami or San Francisco, and I suspect that Reflections spent more time on developing these cities rather than LA or New York because they are the first half of the game, and they don't need to be unlocked to story completion. As nostalgia is concerned, Miami and San Francisco are inevitably more iconic because we spent more time there. That is why I was showing footage from these cities most of the time. They feature many landmarks, or sometimes only part of it, because the city artists were aware of the engine limitation and the fact that with the original draw distance it will not be possible to see the top of some of the buildings. In fact, it is more noticeable in New York, even if the Empire State Building, I think that one is completely rendered in the game, but it is not the case for the Twin Towers. This is also why Liberty Island is so close to the shoreline, otherwise you will not be able to see it. Same case with Alcatraz in San Francisco. Anyway, I could keep discussing about cities in OpenDriver, and I certainly will again in the future, but I will wait for more updates, especially if they had graphical effects. Moreover, I will get a new PC, and with the new specs I could record at 60 FPS the cities with almost unlimited draw distance. But before that, I will make another video to discuss the development roadmap that SoapAI made available, so let's keep an eye out for future videos. You can also join the Redriver Club to get access to exclusive videos on my own roadmap regarding my YouTube channel, and be thanked for your support like DriverDimension.com, French Contact, Neurosins, Tankon on YouTube, Paul Lanois, Mute, David Autosport, and The New Frontier. Click on the link in the description for more information, and in any case, see you soon, drivers!